I can't wait to see more of that. Leaders where they have different characters on it, like Goku on the front, Frieza on the back type of thing. So more leaders like that, I expect to see more of, because I've had that idea of having leaders when they flip over, they're different. They're different characters. Instead of just being a different version of the same character, right? Just literally have different characters, so kind of like a tag team type thing. Whereas like the front side, you have one leader fighting, but then when you awaken, there's a different, character fighting as it were. And their power could be similar, the same, different. You could even have the possibility of the front side being stronger than the back side, like a 15K leader on the front, but a 10K leader at the back for some reason, right? As some example, or a 10K leader on the front and a 5K leader on the back, because it could be like, let's see who it could be. It could be, I don't know, maybe Boo and then on the front and Hercule in the back or something like that, or Vegeta in the front and then Bulma in the back, right? Where, something like that. And based off of the character, it can change the way the deck functions, right? Like if you think of like Vegeta more of an aggro type of character, so then on the front side, you're kind of playing aggro, but then when you awaken, then you can be more defensive, right? Maybe even have the effect where one of your battle cards will have a blocker, or maybe your Vegeta cards have a blocker, so that way Vegeta can protect Bulma, right? That cute little theme right there. So that'd be kind of cool, where all your Vegetas gain blocker. So that'd be a unique way of, that makes it unique. That makes it different. I think I definitely want to make like a video separate to specifically put that idea out there, because Ben does have a habit of coincidentally doing things and bringing out things that just seem so familiar to me. Coincidence can happen or not. But anyway, so that'd be a cool idea. I definitely want to put that out there. Just, I had the idea of like a leader being able to to gain life, to give you a life. And then now we started getting rejuvenating, stuff like that. So that kind of stuff. So it's like, so it's like either Banner is listening to my stuff that I put out there, or just a coincidence, right? Who knows? But that would be a cool idea. I like that idea of like when you awaken the leader, you get a different play style. So imagine like if you're on the front, your leader is let's see, what example would that be? On the front, on the front you got a element of hand control, but then when you awaken, you have an element of just like counter. So basically, on the front, you're kind of like maybe Raditz or something, the Raditz leader. But then when you awaken, you're more like the baby leader, where you could maybe reduce the cost of your counter plays, by 1 energy or something like this. So like that kind of stuff. Another thing, like since you're doing hand control, like I was saying, hand control, so that means the leader on the front will like be green, and then when you awaken, the leader will be blue. So that's the other idea of like having different characters on a card. You also will have different colors, and because of different characters, there's going to be some differences, right? There's cards you can tech in, and this opens up, different possibilities for different deck builds. Because if you have Goku in the front, right, then you can't use Cold Bloodlust. But if you awaken and your leader is now Frieza, right, which means he's going to be Frieza's army, obviously, right, then you can use Cold Bloodlust. So it's a way to turn on some tech cards just by awakening. So you awaken, now you can use Cold Bloodlust because your leader is Frieza now, when it originally was Goku, as an example. So that ability to switch and swap, just like if you do the Vegeta and Bulma idea, then on the front side he's a Saiyan, right? But when you awaken, now the leader is the Earthling. So, you can tech in Earthling cards. Like, for example, what's his name? Yamcha. What's his name? Well, it's the Yamcha where, like, if your leader is Earth, you attack a battle card, you KO it, you deal your opponent 2 damage type stuff. So it's like, once you awaken and go from Vegeta to Bulma, then Yamcha is playable, right? His effect is active. Just like, let's say the front side leader is blue, right? Which means you have access to Dimension Magic. But then when you awaken, your leader's red, and now you have access to, I'll just say, Violent Rays. There you go. You have access to Violent Rays now. So that way you can have Violent Rays and Dimension Magic in the same deck. And your leaders would be mono. Instead of a red-blue multicolor leader, right? You have this now. Plus, this goes with the whole mono idea, because some cards says your leader has to be mono, a certain mono color. It can't be a multicolor leader. So for you to use those cards, so for cards that says you got to have a mono red or mono blue leader, this type of leader that flips from one color to another will allow you to obviously be able to tech in those types of cards, be able to play them. But you can only play them once you awaken, which makes them balanced that way. You know what I mean? Because you can only use them at a certain time. For example, like if you awaken, right? So now you can play Violent Rays because you're a red leader now. You're not a blue leader no more. That turns off your Dimension Magics, which some people look at it as like, oh, well, that's not good. I don't want my Dimension Magics, to be turned off. But hey, you win some, you lose some, right? It's like you gotta be tactical. You gotta think ahead and plan, and that's the thing that I always try to focus on is the skill part. The one thing I like about card games is the idea of being skillful, of learning the game, being good at the game, building things, skill. I don't want it to be random. I don't want it to be guessing game. I don't want it to be a dice roll type game, right? Because a coin flip type game, because that just makes it pointless. It's like, for all that, I might as well just flip coins whenever I'm bored. I'm like, oh, there you go. I just have fun flipping coins, rolling a dice. No, I don't want a card game to be essentially a coin flip, right? A roll of the die. I want it to be an intellectual battle, right? A back and forth. I want to make decisions. I want to make plans and execute my plans and succeed in my plans. My plans is to drop Android 17, turn ties and win. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure that happens. I want to, that kind of stuff. I want to play chess, not rock, paper, scissors, like, or just a coin flip, right? It's like I want to play chess, right? I want to play 4D chess, not even regular chess, just 4D chess, right? Next level shit. I want to play mind games. At the same time as I'm playing the card game, I want all that extra shit. So that's just, the way I look at it. But that's why it would be cool to have leaders that, can change, the flow of the game. That can change what you do. Just like the idea most of us wanted launch, and wanted her to flip back and forth, just so it could be thematic. Plus, just the idea of being able to awaken and unawaken, is just an interesting idea.